Ontario finally got underway.
Storage of those big tree trunk legs. No, they don't have legs. They have little faces, though. You ever lift up that jelly? Just, hey! I just made that up. That'd be great if they did, though. Little mustache. Why not? I think when God made jellyfish, he just went, ah! There we go. There's jellyfish right there. Oh, there's another one. That's good. I made that. I make everything around here, as a matter of fact. I made you. Oh, thank you. I feel good. Because I made it here on time. I'm never late. Because my car goes twice as fast as any normal car. You know when you floor it, the pedal hits the floor and that's as fast as your car will go? Well, I cut a little hole in my floorboard right here. I can press my pedal down twice as far. I'm a genius. I love driving. My dad gave me a car when I was 16 years old. What a great guy. I just recently found out, though, that it's a rental car, and I owe $1.5 million on it. What a jerk. I was held up a little bit on the way over here, though. I was just hauling. I was on the freeway. You know, this is me. I don't know who this is. There's a copper. There was a copper right next to me. Just pulled me right over. Just boom! What the hell? I gotta get my hands right up in there because that's one of the first things they want to see is to make sure you don't have any firearms, you know? So my car's weaving all over the highway because I'm doing 60. I got my arms up in there. What the hell? Finally, my car rolls over to the side of the road, and it takes these guys forever to write you a ticket. You know, the guy's going, dee, 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 dee. Look, a giraffe. Then he starts creeping up to my car, you know, and he's got to be careful because it's very dangerous. They don't know it's just me, Peter Galke, you know. And so he's crawling on his belly army style around my car, you know. And then he gets that flashlight out, that really long. It's like 8 feet long, that flashlight they have, you know. He's actually sitting in his car just poking me in the head with it. Just, and then he's got his headlights coming from behind me, too. They're always trying to get as much light on the back of your car as it's like, look at that piece of junk, you know. He's got his panel light out there behind me, you know. He's reflecting the moon off his badge. All right, dude. And then he gets up his nerve and he puts that flashlight right in my face, and it's actually touching my face, too, and it's really hot. You know, they have like an 8,000-watt bulb in that thing, you know. I take out my license, it goes bursts into flames. My face is melting off my head, and I'm playing the bones of my face with little sticks like a marimba. I went too far there. But then he's got all this light coming from behind me, and I don't know what to do. I've got my hands up in the air like this, you know. So I start doing little shadow puppets on the hillside in front of me. Big dog heads, really impressive ones. He starts shooting at them. Bah, 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 bah. I just pulled away and kept all those dog heads back there to cover my rear. I almost got away with it, too, but he got wise to the old shadow routine, and he jumped out in the middle of the street as my car was pulling away, and he closed one eye. Then he put his hand in front of his other eye to make his fingers look really big and just grabbed my car like this. He was going to do this, but that's against police regulations. I could crush that cameraman's head. I would do it, too, but the unions would get on me. I better get out of here before I hurt somebody, because my name's Peter Galke, and I'm very popular. Thank you very much. Good night.
Peter Galke. Nice guy. Now, don't go away. A&E's An Evening at the Improv will be right back after this.
Don't go away. There's still more comedy to come on A&E.
On July 31st, we pulled the plug on the Volkswagen cash machine. But after a storm of requests, it's back for one last summer fling. That's right. Volkswagen will still give you up to $1,500 cash back. Or you can choose 4.9% APR financing on all new 1989 models. See your Volkswagen dealer today, because you never know when there might be a blackout.
Roaches. For everyone you see, there can be 200 more hiding and multiplying behind your walls. Fact, there's only one way to handle a problem like that. Orkin, with over 85 years of proven experience and the only nationwide money-back guarantee in the pest control business. That's why more people in more places call Orkin more than anybody else in the world. Call Orkin today for any pest problem you have. We could be all the protection you'll ever need.
Whole grain nutrition is important, but of these leading cereals, only one is made with 100% whole grain. Only Wheaties. Just ask Carl Hershiser. Better get your whole grain.
Better eat your Wheaties.
News at 11 got you down.
Some things never change.
Then try comedy at 11, weeknights on A&E.
We now return to A&E's and Evening at the Improv.
Thank you. Welcome back. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to our next fantastic comedian.
So I walk into my bank. I go up to the teller. I say, I'd like to check my balance. He leans over and pushes me. So I'm driving by this muffler place down here. Right on the sign it said free brake check. And as you go driving past, some guy runs out in the street and goes, "Ah!" He goes, "Okay, you can go." I went to Denny's. I had a Western omelet. Don't ever get that at Denny's. That's a regular omelet, but it has a Marlboro crushed out on the top of it. I don't know. Went to McDonald's. They have salads. I had a salad. I asked for the house dressing. It was ketchup. Before the show, I'm sitting in this Chinese restaurant over here. I'm in the bar. I asked the bartender, let me have a Stoli. He goes, okay, once upon a time, Goldilocks walked into the woods. I don't know. So I have this friend, he has a dog. It's a cross between a pit bull and a collie. And it'll, like, attack somebody and then go for help. I spayed my dog last week. Well, spade's not really the right word. He started growling at the mailman, so I popped him with a shovel. Is that the same thing? I don't know. Same thing or not, We moved the other day. What a pain in the neck. Worst thing about moving, packing. Worst thing about packing, trying to find enough boxes to put everything in. And my brother comes over and said, Ed, forget about it. I'll get all the boxes from work. And he worked in a pizza joint, and moving is kind of like... You know, Domino's can fax you a pizza now? And it still tastes like paper. How do they do it, man? I don't know. Here's what drives me nuts about grocery stores. You go in the grocery store, nothing has prices on it, everything has lines on it. You go up to the cashier, she's going through your stuff. She gets to something, she goes, sir, did you happen to notice the price of this asparagus? You say, oh, yeah, I think it was thin, thin, thick. Thin, thin, thick, thin, thick, thick, thin, 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 thick, thin, thick. She's like, hey, Mike, is this thick, thin, 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 thick, thick? Thin, 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 thick, 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 thick. You ever go into a grocery
grocery store on like a Tuesday and punch some of the food and go back Wednesday and buy it for less money? You guys ever do that? You can do that. Does everybody here stand right there in the aisle and eat right out of the bulk food bin? You guys do that? Everybody does that. In fact, where I shop, they're starting to weigh you when you walk into the store. They weigh you when you come back out, you know? I'm standing there in the grocery store. They all have lobster tanks now. I thought, well, here's a nice thing for dinner. I'll have a lobster. But then it dawned on me, man, if you want a lobster for dinner, that means you have to take this living creature home and, kill it. So I made myself stand there long enough till one of them really chapped me off, man. On the way home, we're almost there! Everybody acts the same way in the grocery store. Even if you're a nice person, you get real impatient. You get up behind somebody in line, you don't even know who they are. But if they pull out their checkbook to pay, you hate them for life. Start doing that little dance like... Or you finally get up there, you bring out your money. The person behind you has been bumping you with their shopping cart. They bump you one too many times. You go, okay, fine, I'll tell you what. I'll write a check. Out-of-state check. And I don't have a driver's license. My father has the most obvious toupee on earth. Like, it is a chin strap. Dad and I went through this period for like a year and a half where we dressed alike. Well, we were in prison, but still, felt like an idiot. I have an aunt that's crazy. Everybody has one aunt that's out of their mind. I have an Aunt Rita. She's one of these people. She can't cut something with a pair of scissors without going like this. My grandfather is so old, when you drive with him, they all do this. He pulls up to a four-way stop sign. He won't budge until there aren't any cars anywhere in sight. All old people drive like that. In fact, I guess a stalemate in driving would be 4 old people at each point of a four-way stop sign, wouldn't it? They'd have to make a park out of the intersection there with little trees, swing sets. We have a daughter. We have a 19-month-old baby, our first baby and our only baby right now. And babies are magic. I mean, like, literally, they eat raisins, they poop grapes. How do they do that? You understand. We're back to using birth control now. We're using this contraceptive made by the same people that make Jell-O. Have you seen this one? Like, it works, but before we can do anything, she has to sit in the refrigerator for an hour. It's just condoms. Everybody's heard way too much about condoms. They're selling them everywhere. They're selling them to younger and younger people. I opened one the other day. There's a Bazooka Joe comic in there, you guys. But let me tell you about my marriage. It's different from most marriages. My wife's not from this country. I met her during the Vietnam War. I brought her back with me. She's Canadian. Thank you. And, thank you. Her birthday's coming up. I have no idea what to get her. No husband ever does. In fact, I wish malls had stores called Husbands with $50 and no taste. Walk right in. You get something already wrapped, you're as surprised as she is when she opens it up. You're picking out your paper. Yeah, give me that old Christmas wrap and electrical tape on that. Could you do that for me? But it was her birthday. I said, I'll take you out anywhere for dinner. Where do you want to go? She said, I don't care as long as it's expensive. So I took her to the airport for a sandwich. That's my set. You guys have been great. Thanks a lot.
We'll be back with more great comedy after this.
Right away, pal.
Before I come
from, I don't know if they do this where you come from, but where I come from, if you don't pay for your parking slot in the big downtown parking lots, they chain a big 55-gallon drum to your front bumper. Stupid. Like one of these little wimpy barrels is going to stop a Ford Fairlane from leaving. I got 4 of them. 4-barrel. Now, you know, I hate rude people. I hate it when people are rude, and especially driving. You know, we got a lot of pressure here in L.A. I have a very hard time with Mercedes, people in Mercedes. Is it just me, or, yeah, it's just me, right? Now tell me if I was in the wrong here, okay? I'm driving on the freeway. I gotta change 3 lanes to get this exit over here. There's a guy in a Mercedes behind me, right on my ass. Just right there, okay. And so I'm changing lanes. I got the blinker on as I'm changing lanes. He comes up around behind me. Now he's up beside me, right? He's taking the one, you know, he's one more up on one person, okay? I'm not so much angry that he's cut me off, so much as I'm thinking, how many other people has he cut off throughout the day? How many other people has he squashed with his little Nazi finger, and they didn't do anything because they're afraid he might squash them too? So I decided we'd find out who had the right of way. My $800 car versus his $800,000 car. I'm changing lanes. He's leaning on the horn. They need to put better horns in those Mercedes. As expensive they are, you know, they just... Yeah, right. Eventually, he sees my way and lets me in. And okay, now, this is great, true story. We come up, he follows me off the exit, pulls up alongside me now at the stoplight, gets on his cellular phone. Ooh, he's reporting me. I get out of the car, take off my shoe. All right. Hang on a second. It's for you. Do you think if one of Jerry's kids walked into a 7-Eleven, would it be okay if they paid for their stuff with the money in that jar on the counter? The hotel rooms where I stay, they always have the television set bolted to the desk. Like that's going to keep me from taking the television set. The way I look at it, I get a desk too. Thank you. I've got cockroaches in my house, and they're afraid of the dark. Every time I turn off the light, you can hear them go, yikes! True story. Figured out a great new way to get kicked out of a Denny's. You want to hear it? Okay, it's pretty simple. What you do is you mess with the waitress till she goes away to get the manager. While she's gone, take one of these little ketchup packages, put it in your hand, tear a little corner off of it, take your steak knife, stick it in there. Manager comes back. Denny's manager.
What seems to be the problem here?
Go like this, go. Best part of it is, as he's throwing you out, the law says if you ask for a job application, he has to give you one. You ever thought about what it would be like to eat a live seagull? Guess it's just me. You ever hold a door open for a stranger out of common courtesy? Let them walk through first, you know, and they just walk through and don't say anything? Like it's your friggin' job. Worse yet, some people stick their hand on the door while you're holding it for them. Like you were planning on slamming it on their face. How'd you know? A lot of people be pretty nervous up here. Being on TV in front of all these people. A lot of people be pretty nervous just being stand-up comic. But I'm a professional. There are 3 nevers for stand-up comedy. Never follow a better comedian than you are. Never give a heckler the last word. And it's the 3rd never. Never let him see you sweat. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the Improv, a very funny man. His first time on network TV, Brian Haley. Thank you. These 2 nuns are walking through the park, and one was assaulted. No, wait, no. 2 peanuts were walking. Oh, dang. Here's a quick impression here for you. Here's what it sounds like on the inside of a burger joint when people use the drive-thru. How many people have worked at a burger joint before, one with a drive-thru? Yeah, 1 person, sure. Hi, welcome to Burger World. May I take your order, please? This is the inside. May I take your order, please? Would you like anything to drink with that? Thank you very much. I'm Brian Haley. Good night. Love you.
Brian Haley. That's a funny guy. We'll be back with more laughs on A&E's and Evening at the Improv right after this.
A&E's and Evening at the Improv will return after this.
Welcome back. Let's give a round of applause and welcome our next outstanding comedian.
Oh, boy. Is it hot in here or is it me? I know what you're thinking. Some poor sap driving around Oklahoma right now with no curtains in his van. I've been having this reoccurring nightmare that I'm passed out in the park with this on. There's all these campfire girls in a circle around me singing Kumbaya. I wanted to play football when I was a kid. Had a physical defect, though. I was born with a neck. You think I'm kidding? You seen some of these guys? They're not even athletes. A refrigerator? He showed up at the Bears training camp, 375 pounds. 375, he doesn't cut some weight, he's going to have to wear that helmet they drive around a stadium. That's how you meet women, in sports. I got to get a new girl. My last girlfriend was half bulimic. Yeah, she binged. I got some serious lunch money wrapped up in that relationship. My new girlfriend is a doll. I am so lucky, man. I feel blessed. Looks just like Christy Brinkley. Well, shorter and Vietnamese. Men are insecure, too. We can't handle these beautiful women. Starts when we're young, 12 years old. Go to buy that first jockstrap. What size you need there, Sonny? Huge. You're out of huge? Give me a massive, will you? Because good-looking women are intimidating. We don't know what we're doing. We walk up to a good-looking woman and we're thinking, yeah, Tom Cruise. And they're thinking, no, Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee's great. I'd like to do my impression of Pee Wee Herman as a safecracker. Thank you. Some guys take this macho stuff too far, though. I saw a guy outside tonight on the strip, moped with a rifle rack. Went into the supermarket, beat the hell out of a handicapped guy for parking in a regular spot. Tough dude, I'll tell you. You want to look like a real geek? Get yourself a metal detector, go down to the beach. You ever seen these guys? You might as well get a tattoo on your forehead that says, I am friendless. Got $3,000 worth of gear, they're picking up nickels and dimes in the sand. Ooh, there's a good investment. Check them out, they've got that glazed, looking for cash look. I like to mess with these guys. Go down to the beach, bring a big pack of BBs. Wait for these guys to come along. They think they hit the mother lode. You got to be careful. You can get sucked into these bargains. Some people invent the weirdest things. These cheap telephones, you know what I'm talking about? $3.99 with a $4 rebate. That's not a good telephone. I bought one of these, Price Club.
Hello?
Rick?
Yeah, this is Rick.
Did you move?
Now, why? Does it sound like long distance?
Either that or you live in a 55-gallon oil drum now. Who invented these telephones? A ringer doesn't belong on a telephone. Sounds like a burglar alarm on a Cricket's car. Quick, somebody's breaking into the BMW. Rub your legs together. Get some help. Oh, they're convenient, too. That chin-activated hang-up button. Comes in real handy when you're on long distance. Hello? Happy birthday, Mom. I feel like an idiot with those phones. I felt like an idiot today. I'm in my car. Everybody in the room has done this. You're in your car, you're minding your own business, your favorite song's on the radio. I am woman, hear me roar. Car pulls up on this side. For no apparent reason, they're in the wrong lane or something. They start backing up. Have you ever caught this out of your peripheral vision and panic because you think your car's drifting forward? My brakes are shot! You start pumping that pedal, trying to build up pressure. People are looking over. What the hell's he listening to there? That Helen Reddy's got him jamming. You better get these LA freeway laws down, too. When you're on the freeway, you put on your turn signal. That's an indication for the car behind you on that side to close up that gap next to your car. Pretty soon, they're going to be drug testing all drivers. You know how to beat that rap, don't you? Go on the outside of the cup. Somebody's got to handle that thing before they can check it. You come walking up to that technician, here you go. They're thinking, no, that's why we call it random. You're out this time, all right? You want to back up? I wish the athletes would lay off the drugs, because I'm a real basketball fanatic. I know how to win at basketball. New shoes and earplugs every game. Yeah, because then you're out there on that hardwood floor with those new Nikes. The other team standing there. You're going in for layups. I got to get going, but I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And I just hope that you come see me. I got a call from my manager. Hold on a second. Call from my manager. I've got my first international booking coming up next week, and I'd love to see you at the House of Pancakes for that. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks very much.
An Evening at the Improv will be back with more comedy after these messages.
Welcome back. Our next comedian tonight hails from Dallas and is a headliner at comedy clubs across the country. He's a writer and an actor with a style on the cutting edge of comedy. Please welcome Greg Travis.
Thank you very much. Oh, wow. I just got back from New York. Is any New Yorkers in the audience tonight? Hey! I hate New York City, all right? I gotta tell you why. A lot of comics come up here that make fun of L.A. I like L.A. I mean, let's face it, we got the beach, we got the mountains, we got the beautiful weather year-round, except for tonight. We got a little smog, I like to call it atmosphere. What do you got in New York? You got a building on the side of your head. You got a 90-mile-an-hour wind blowing the money out of your hand while you're trying to pay some cab driver with an attitude. Like he's doing me a freaking favor for picking me up, right? Then you got to take the sardine subway. You got fat people farting on you left and right. You got a guy with a knife. Give me all your money, man. Here, have a party. And there's bums everywhere. You got a quarter, you got a dollar, got a quarter, you got a dollar, got a quarter, got a dollar. But don't get me wrong, I love New York. I bumped into what I thought was a woman the last time I was in New York City. I was walking in the village and I knocked her over and went, "Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Lena. Let me help you up." "Oh, thank you." "Oh, Jesus." My brain went crazy. Man, woman, what the hell is it? Adam's apple. Ah! Because I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. Yeah? They don't have too many transsexuals down in Big D. I can't imagine some big, burly Texas construction worker walking into a doctor's office. Listen, Doc, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to say. But, well, sir, I think I'm a woman trapped in a man's body. I have a question for the parents in the audience. Why do parents wait till like Sunday afternoon at Kmart to beat the crap out of their little children? Is there something about Kmart that pisses parents off? It's like a damn war zone in there. Naked children running down the aisle. Indiana dad whips his belt off. It's unbelievable. I don't think you ought to hit kids, you know, unless they're your own. But, kids are funny, man. When they see something they want, they beg. Kids are like little bums in stores because they got no money. They got to beg for everything they get. You know, you watch them. "Can I get that? Can I have that? No? Oh, okay, no. What about that? Can I have that? No? Or, what about this? Can I get that? Oh, I can have that? Oh, I don't want that." Little bum children. And dads will actually give up money easier than moms will. You watch kids bug dad, man, he'll flip out. He'll just like, "All right, damn, here's $1. Just leave me alone. I'll be an automotive." But moms are tough, man. They hang on to their cash. Kid can be naked and bleeding, dragging along. "I want the dog!" Nope, you might as well stop screaming. You're not getting it. Some stranger comes up. "Jesus, here's a 5, kid." Because kids flip out if they don't get what they want. They don't understand the concept of layaway, you know. So this kid wanted some chocolate ice cream. That's all he wanted, chocolate ice cream. But his mom wasn't going to give him any, you know. So he's walking around like a junkie, you know. I want some chocolate ice cream, okay? Mother, Now, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be great if adults could do that? Go up to your boss at work. "Excuse me, boss. I want a raise, okay?" "Boss, God! papers off your desk. Kick your plan over. I'm fired. Your boss gives you a spanking. Move your hand. No, I'm not going to move my hand. Leave me alone. I used to get lost a lot when I was a kid. I could get lost on a 7-Eleven. I was really good at it. Not for my old man, though. He wouldn't play that game. If I have to look for you, I'm leaving you. You're not leaving me in no damn Sears. Right behind you, big guy. But with Mom, I'd just stand on the coat rack and watch her look for me. She's got the cops out now. My picture's already on a milk carton. She'll never find me in here. Then 5 hours later, they're blasting your name over the speaker. Well, where were you? We were looking for you for about 5 hours. Yes, we found him. Thank you very much. You just wait till Mommy gets you in the parking lot. And in the parking lot, she turns into Bruce Lee. Stay with Mommy. Moms can get moody sometimes. Especially when they're popping those Dexedrine diet pills. And then the credit card doesn't go through. What do you mean the card's no good? We'll put it through again. Try it again. We'll call my husband, tell him he is an I guess they'll bleep that. Oh, gosh. Those crazy kid stories. I remember I'd be standing there watching my mom iron the clothes, and she'd take the iron and stick it on my back, and I'd go, Mom, stop, stop. And she'd go, get out of here, you little fart. Remember that one? Remember that? Or I'd be out in the backyard playing, and my dad would run and get the shotgun and tease me with it. I'm going to blow your head off, you little weenie. No, no, don't shoot. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you. He'd shoot at me and stuff. Remember that? Those crazy kid stories. Oh, gosh. All right, I'm going to do a quick impression, then I got to go. This is my impression of Peter O'Toole, Marlon Brando, and Jack Nicholson having casual cocktails in Bel Air. We'll start with O'Toole. Marlon Brando, bring me 2 young girls, and I'll teach them how to do the tango dance in less than 2 seconds. If God could do the tricks that I could do, he'd be a happy man.
Will you shut up with that? I could have been an Indian. I wanted to be an Indian. Jack, tell him I know about Indians. You tell him that for me?
Hey, Peter. To be perfectly honest with you, I could care less about this whole conversation. But because Marlon here's a friend of mine, well, I feel obligated. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He was great. They were all great. And how about a big hand for all of tonight's terrific talent?